Wow, this one looks tricky. It looks like we're going to decompose this into three shapes. We have our rectangle, and we have a parallelogram, and we have a triangle. Write the shapes. Promise you, it'll make things easier in the long run. All right, we're going back to the rectangle, and we're going to write the formula down. I like to use the parallelogram formula, even though it's the same, length times width. All right, I'm going to try to use that formula to help me out here finding the base and the height. So I'm looking at this shape here. I'm looking for the base and the height, or the length times the width. I have 8 and I have 9 meeting at that right angle there. So that's area equals 8 times 9. So that gives us an area of 72 square inches. Now, I'm going to skip over to that triangle now, because that's going to be easier, and then I'll spend some time on that parallelogram, because that looks like it only has one dimension, and that one dimension we're not even going to use, so wow. All right. 1/2 base times height. So we can leave that 1/2, we bring that down. Now the base and the height of that triangle have to meet at a right angle. Inside this green triangle, I see the right angle here, and I see that that's this length of 9 connects with this length of 10. So those meet at a right angle. So that's going to be, let's see, 10 times 9. All right, I know 10 times 9 is 90. Cut in half is 45. So I'm on my way. I've got 2 out of 3 shapes done. I need my red pen because I'm working on this parallelogram. The formula that you'd find on your formula sheet, your reference sheet, is base times height. Now the tricky part. I don't see any right angles in there. No right angles. Well, I do see 10. There's not really anything that will help me get a right angle to there. All right, to that 10. Right? There's no other lines that are in that same kind of diagonal direction there. But I do see other lines that will give me a right angle to that line. All right, I see this length and I see this length. They're both going in the same direction here. So I can get that height. I can get from this side up to that side, and it meets at a right angle. If I know this whole thing is 18 and part way up is 9, all right, then the rest of the way up is also going to be 9, because 9 plus 9 is 18. So we know that that's 9. Do we know what line meets it at a right angle? Well, that's this. So I look for other horizontal lines that would match that, and there's one down here. So this bottom part's 8. This top part has to be 8 as well, because they're opposite sides of a rectangle. So we have the base and the height of 8 and 9. And the math's easy. Once you find the dimensions, the math is usually pretty simple, especially if you have a calculator. Now we have the area of all 3 shapes. So we're going to reunite them all with addition. And that comes to 189. All right, and that would be, to be precise, square inches. Whew, difficult. This part was the difficult part. All right, trying to figure out those dimensions that met at a right angle.